In an age of instant gratification, where everything from entertainment to desire is available at a fingertip, discipline has become the rarest form of power. Modern men are encouraged to chase pleasure, to expend energy endlessly, to numb their potential under the illusion of freedom. Yet, the truth hidden beneath the noise is that your energy or sexual essence is not meant to be wasted. It is the hidden gold within your discipline, the secret fuel that shapes vision, confidence, and masculine dominance. Semen retention is not a taboo. It is the forgotten foundation of true mastery. For centuries, sages, warriors, and leaders across cultures have known this truth. A man's creative and spiritual power is directly tied to his seed. What modern men call motivation or focus is nothing but concentrated life force energy that either builds empires or dissipates through indulgence. The ancient yogis called it oyas, the Taoists named it jing, and the philosophers saw it as the divine spark. To retain it is to rise. To lose it mindlessly is to remain ordinary. This truth remains as relevant today as it was in ancient times, perhaps even more so in a world addicted to distraction. Modern society teaches men to live externally, to seek validation through lust, likes, and fleeting experiences. Yet every time a man chases external pleasure, he moves further away from inner power. Semen retention reverses this direction. It's the art of internalizing energy instead of scattering it. When you retain, your mind grows sharper, your body stronger, and your aura magnetic. It's not superstition, it's biochemistry. Your body stops operating in survival mode and begins channeling energy toward creativity, clarity, and dominance. The hidden gold of semen retention lies in the transformation it triggers. A man who practices it doesn't just abstain, he refines. His energy starts flowing upward, feeding the brain, fueling purpose, and stabilizing emotions. He becomes calm under pressure, decisive in chaos, and grounded in uncertainty. In an age of overstimulation, this stillness becomes rare and irresistible. Women sense it subconsciously. They are drawn to a man who carries control within chaos. He becomes the eye of the storm. Discipline is the new wealth. In a generation that glorifies indulgence, restraint is rebellion. Retaining your seed is not about denial, it's about direction. You stop being a slave to your impulses and start becoming the architect of your reality. Each time you resist the urge to release, you train your mind to serve your will. You are programming yourself for greatness through self-control. This is how kings are built, not through indulgence, but through mastery over their desires. Most men today don't realize how deeply their habits are shaped by the constant drain of sexual energy. Every release takes more than just a few seconds of pleasure. It steals focus, drive, and masculine edge. After release, the body requires immense energy to replenish, leaving the mind foggy, the motivation low, and the emotions unstable. But the man who retains reverses this loss. His life force compounds over time like interest, and his results in life reflect it. The longer he retains, the sharper his manifestation power becomes. In the modern world, where attention is currency, semen retention gives a man unshakable focus. While others scroll endlessly, he builds. While others chase dopamine, he cultivates discipline. This focus translates into excellence, be it in business, fitness, art, or leadership. Every ounce of energy he saves becomes fuel for mastery. The mind becomes a weapon, the body a temple, and purpose a religion. Retention, when practiced with direction, turns an average man into a modern warrior. But semen retention is not only about personal power, it's also about spiritual awakening. Sexual energy is creation energy. When you hold it, you hold the potential of life itself. This energy, when internalized, awakens higher consciousness. You start perceiving deeper truths about existence, about who you are, and why you're here. The chaos of lust is replaced by the peace of awareness. This is not suppression, it's transcendence. You are not rejecting your sexuality, you are evolving it. The beauty of this practice lies in its subtlety. You don't need to shout it, display it, or justify it. The results speak for themselves. People notice something different in you. They can't explain it, but they feel it. Your eyes gain depth, your handshake gains firmness, your words carry weight. You radiate an invisible power that cannot be faked. This is the magnetic aura of retained energy, the glow of self-control that separates kings from commoners. Still, the path is not easy. Retention challenges the deepest habits of the mind and body. The urge to release will test you, especially in moments of loneliness, boredom, or stress. But these are the very moments where transformation begins. The battle is not against desire, but against unconsciousness. Every time you choose awareness over impulse, you strengthen your inner fire. You are teaching your mind that it obeys your will, not the other way around. This practice also reveals your true relationship with women. When you stop chasing them for validation or release, you begin to see them differently. You recognize the feminine not as something to consume, but to complement. Women sense this shift. They feel safe, respected, and magnetically drawn to your grounded energy. Ironically, the less you chase, the more you attract. This is the paradox of semen retention. It amplifies attraction without effort. You no longer crave connection. You embody it. Retention transforms not just the body but the psyche. It builds confidence that no external validation can replicate. You start walking differently, talking differently, even thinking differently. Fear diminishes because your energy no longer leaks through weakness. You operate from abundance, not scarcity. You no longer seek pleasure, you command it. And when a man reaches this state, he becomes unstoppable, not because he is fearless, but because he is whole. The modern man has been trained to equate masculinity with indulgence, but true masculinity is restraint in action. Every powerful man, from ancient leaders to modern icons, understood that strength is born from control. They guarded their energy because they knew it was the foundation of creation. The man who wastes his essence is like a king throwing gold coins into the sea. Momentary pleasure, permanent loss. But the man who keeps his gold builds empires. To retain is to build momentum. Over weeks and months, the body begins to heal, the mind clears, and the spirit brightens. Your posture improves, your sleep deepens, and your presence strengthens. You begin to operate from a place of inner abundance rather than external craving. You stop needing motivation, you become it. Others look at you and see stability, certainty, and power. You have become a lighthouse in a sea of restless minds. Yet semen retention is not meant to be practiced blindly. Without direction, the energy stagnates. You must channel it consciously into work, art, fitness, or spiritual growth. The key is transformation, not accumulation. This energy must flow upward through creativity, productivity, and service. The man who does this experiences effortless success, not because he chases it, but because he vibrates on a higher frequency than mediocrity can touch. The longer you retain, the deeper you understand that discipline itself is divine. Every moment of control is an act of worship to your higher self. You stop living like an animal reacting to impulses and start living like a creator shaping reality. This shift is not just psychological, it's energetic. Your aura becomes magnetic, your presence influential, and your energy contagious. You become a source of light in a world addicted to darkness. In relationships, this power expresses his presence. You no longer seek to impress or dominate. Instead, you simply are. Your stillness commands attention more than words ever could. The woman beside you feels it. She feels your depth, your groundedness, your unwavering center. She may test it, but she cannot shake it. That is the mark of a retained man, rooted in his essence, calm in his energy, unbothered by fleeting emotions. Eventually, retention transcends practice and becomes identity. You no longer have to try to control yourself. You simply live from awareness. Pleasure no longer rules you because you've tasted something greater. Power. This inner gold becomes self-sustaining. It doesn't depend on validation, attention, or stimulation. You could sit in silence and still feel full, because you carry the universe within. That's the ultimate freedom. Semen retention, at its core, is the rediscovery of sacred masculinity. It's the rebellion against a system designed to weaken men through indulgence. It's the modern man's way of reclaiming his throne. The moment you decide to preserve your energy, you begin to operate above the noise of society. You stop reacting, you start creating. You become the leader your younger self always needed. In the end, the hidden gold of semen retention is not the energy itself, it's who you become through mastering it. The journey turns weakness into strength, distraction into focus, lust into purpose, and chaos into clarity. It's not a ritual of denial, it's the birth of sovereignty. In a world obsessed with release, the man who retains becomes rare, a beacon of power, peace, and potential. This is the alchemy of discipline. This is the hidden gold within you waiting to be refined. Now, before you go channel that incredible energy, you know the drill. Hit that like button to send a signal to the algorithm. And if you haven't yet joined the movement, smash subscribe right now. I want to know where the power is flowing from, so drop your location in the comments below. And for those deep questions and direct access, our Telegram channel is where the real growth happens. The link to join our inner circle is waiting for you in the description. Go be a force. Share this with one person who needs this fire today. Have a powerful day.